is it all right if we take these out of order?
The sound isn't working. It dropped the connection. I'm getting texts.
If we could take, I'm just asking the board if they would approve taking it out of order. We should do number 3 first, number 2 second.
Sure.
Is that all right? I'm seeing
Sure.
nods.
Objection.
No worries?
Okay, but again,
Okay. So back to reading it. Do you want me to do it? Or
I don't mind, whatever you prefer.
why don't I, and if I lose my voice, somebody else can step in.
Is the sound functioning again? We have the back door
No,
open?
it's back on now.
Good, I'm just gonna stay back
Okay.
here.
So we're taking item C3 first. Resolution of the South Country Central School District at Brookhaven, New York, adopted September 9, 2025, relating to the timely issuance of tax anticipation notes by the district for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026. Resolved by the Board of Education of South Country Central School District at Brookhaven in the County of Suffolk, New York, as follows. Section 1, tax anticipation notes, herein called notes of South Country Central School District at Brookhaven in the County of Suffolk, New York, herein called district, in the principal amount of not to exceed $27,500,000, and any notes in renewal thereof are hereby authorized to be issued pursuant to the provisions. I'm sorry. I said we're doing 3, and I started reading number 2. Okay. Let me go back, because we're doing the timely issuance. And that was not the one I'm reading, so I'm starting with timely issuance. Resolution of South Country Central School District at Brookhaven, New York, adopted September 9, 2025, relating to the timely issuance of tax anticipation notes by the district for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026. I have to go to Barbara, because this resolution refers to doing the TAN's resolution and then doing this one. So we can't do it in this order,
yeah, I didn't.
even though logically it seemed that we should.
Right, so this says adopted a tax
Right.
anticipation note, so you have to do the other one. Where's the other resolution?
The other one that I started to read? Right.
Yeah, so you have to do this one first,
And then,
and then this
even
one.
though logically,
Right, because this one refers to the previous.
all right.
Maybe we can start where you ended before.
So I'm picking up from where I ended before.
Wait a minute. For number 2?
This is,
Number 2, correct.
Okay, but the
This is-
the motion was for item 3. So the motion
Okay,
needs to
we've
be,
gotta
the
undo-
motion needs to be recalled.
all right, so.
And then a new motion
Is
needs to be-
there a motion to
The person who made the motion has to make them, right?
We didn't make a
We
motion.
actually we didn't make a
Nobody made a
motion.
motion.
I think we need to
we
do
just-
that.
Okay, so,
Okay, so you were reading the motion, so we didn't make the motion.
right,
Right. Correct, my mistake.
okay. So going back to what I was reading about the introduction, about the tax anticipation note, and I got down to section 1, picking up there, tax anticipation notes, herein called notes of South Country Central School District at Brookhaven in the County of Suffolk, New York, herein called district, in the principal amount of not to exceed $27,500,000, and any notes in renewal thereof are hereby authorized to be issued pursuant to the provisions of sections 24.00 and 39.00 of the local finance law, constituting Chapter 33A of the Consolidated Laws of the State of New York, herein called law. Section 2. The following additional matters are hereby determined and declared. A. The note shall be issued in anticipation of the collection of real estate taxes to be levied for school purposes for the fiscal year commencing July 1, 2025 and ending June 30, 2026. And the proceeds of the note shall be used only for the purposes for which said taxes are levied. B. The note shall mature within the period of 1 year from the date of their issuance. C. The notes are not issued in renewal of other notes. D. The total amount of such taxes remains uncollected at the date of adoption of this resolution. Section 3. The notes hereby authorized shall contain the recital of validity prescribed by Section 52.00 of the law, and shall be general obligations of the district, and the faith and credit of the district are hereby pledged to the punctual payment of the principal of and interest on the notes, and unless the notes are otherwise paid or payment provided for, an amount sufficient for such payment shall be inserted in the budget of the district, and a tax sufficient to provide for the payment thereof shall be levied and collected. Section 4A. Subject to the provisions of this resolution and the law, and pursuant to sections 50.00, 56.00, 60.00, and 61.00 of the law, the power to sell and issue the notes authorized pursuant hereto, or any renewals thereof, and to determine the terms, form, and contents, including the manner of execution of such notes, and to execute tax certifications relative thereto, it is hereby delegated to the President of the Board of Education, the Chief Fiscal Officer of the district. B. The Board of Education shall be given written notice of any determination by the President of the Board of Education of the district to sell and issue tax anticipation notes pursuant to this tax anticipation note resolution. Such written notice shall be provided to the district clerk at least 10 days prior to the sale of any such tax anticipation notes. Immediately upon receipt of such written notice, the district clerk shall deliver such written notice using electronic means as hereinafter defined to each member of the Board of Education. The foregoing shall not otherwise limit the delegation of the powers and duties set forth in subparagraph A of this section 4 to the President of the Board of Education of the district. Electronic means shall include email, facsimile transmission, or another method or system determined by the district clerk and approved by the Board of Education as available for use in connection with the delivery of such notice. Section 5. The note shall be executed in the name of the district by the manual signature of one of the following: the President of the Board of Education, the Vice President of the Board of Education, the District Treasurer, the District Clerk, or such other officer of the district as shall be designated by the Chief Fiscal Officer of the district, and shall have the corporate seal of the district impressed or imprinted thereon, which corporate seal may be attested by the manual signature of the district clerk. Section 6, the tax anticipation note resolution adopted on June 11, 2025, entitled Tax Anticipation Note Resolution of South Country Central School District at Brookhaven, New York, adopted June 11, 2025, authorizing the issuance of not to exceed,
Should be 27.
that's what it says, but wasn't the old one? Adopted June 25, authorizing the issuance not to exceed that.
Yeah, that's the one that gets rescinded.
27,500,000.
25. That should be 25 is the previous.
That's what was,
Right, we're rescinding, revoking, and repealing it.
yes.
So
The previous resolution.
of not to exceed $25 million tax anticipation notes in anticipation of the receipt of taxes to be levied for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026, is hereby rescinded, revoked, and repealed. Section 7, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
So Chris, there was a typo,
So I'm gonna correct that right now, and that was,
25 should be,
25.
at the bottom.
but only in that one spot.
In Section 6,
Sorry, 1 second. In section 6,
yeah.
No problem.
it should, authorizing the issuance of not to exceed 25 million, right?
Right.
Would you like to, refresh?
So, as read, is there a motion to approve this resolution by Vice President DeLillo, second by Vice President Calderon? And we have to have a roll call vote on this one. Okay.
On item C2, tax anticipation note resolution, roll call vote, trustee Calderon, trustee Felice,
Yes.
trustee Pacini,
Yes.
trustee Ross,
Yes.
trustee Felicetta,
Yes.
vice president DeLillo,
Yes.
president Hayes.
Yes.
So it's unanimous, yes.
Okay. So the resolution is unanimously approved after by the roll call vote. So the next item is timely issuance of tax anticipation notes. This is our next resolution. I'll read the resolution and then have somebody make a motion to approve it. Resolution of the South Country Central School District at Brookhaven, New York, adopted September 9, 2025, relating to the timely issuance of tax anticipation notes by the district for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026. Recitals. Whereas, on the date hereof, the Board of Education of the South Country Central School District at Brookhaven, New York, the district, adopted a tax anticipation note resolution authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $27,500,000 tax anticipation notes during the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026. And whereas Section 4B of said tax anticipation note resolution provides that the Board of Education shall be given written notice of any determination by the President of the Board of Education of the district to sell and issue tax anticipation notes pursuant to the tax anticipation note resolution adopted on the date hereof, Such Section 4B further provides that such written notice shall be provided to the district clerk at least 10 days prior to the sale of any such tax anticipation notes, and immediately upon receipt of such written notice, the district clerk shall deliver such written notice using electronic means to each member of the Board of Education. Whereas, to facilitate the timely issuance of tax anticipation notes by the district for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026, pursuant to said tax anticipation note resolution, the district will adopt this resolution to waive such notice requirements in connection with the issuance of not to exceed $27,500,000 tax anticipation notes for 2025 to 2026 taxes by the district. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Education of South Country Central School District at Brookhaven in the County of Suffolk, New York, as follows. Section 1. The Board of Education of the South Country Central School District at Brookhaven, New York, the district, hereby waives the notice requirements set forth in Section 4B of the Tax Anticipation Note Resolution adopted on the date hereof as further described in the recitals hereof. Section 2. The Board of Education hereby authorizes the superintendent of schools and/or district clerk to take any other action required in furtherance of this resolution. Section 3. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Is there a motion to approve this resolution as read? By Trustee Felicetta, second by Trustee Ross. And again, we need a roll call vote.
Roll call vote for item C3, timely issuance of tax anticipation notes by the district for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026. Trustee Calderon?
Yes.
Trustee Felice?
Yes.
Trustee Pacini?
Yes.
Trustee Ross?
Yes.
Trustee Felicetta?
Yes.
Vice President DeLillo?
Yes.
President Hayes?
Yes.
So unanimous for yes.
Okay. The resolution has been approved unanimously. And now, we have a third resolution
Now recommended or
where,
do I recommend it?
Third one is not, you don't have to read it out loud.
I know, but I can just, the board can do this.
Yes.
So, we have a third resolution, which, has everybody refreshed their, okay, so you see it. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Are you going to read it?
No,
You're not going to
No.
read it?
our council said it's not necessary.
It's posted to the public session agenda. You don't need a roll call vote on it, so it's up to you as to whether or not you choose to read it aloud.
So
I'll make-
we,
I'm sorry.
Do you want to make the motion or
a
recommend
motion.
that I read it?
I'll make a motion. I don't recommend reading it.
Okay, so a motion to approve the resolution entitled Forensic Audit Resolution is made by Trustee Pacini. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Trustee Ross.
and I do, for discussion, I do recommend that we read it. We spent a lot of time talking about it, and I do recommend that we read it.
Consensus of the board on
I
this?
don't think it's.
Given the circumstances and what we know, we discussed in executive session and those pieces, I think it would be premature. There's more information to come. I understand why we're doing it and I understand, but I think that may I think it's better kept this way.
We're taking an action, we're taking a firm action, and that's why the whereases were put in there for the actions that we're taking. So,
And it is on, it's public.
It's
People
public,
can read it.
you know, it is public, it's attached to the agenda, it's in the public portion. But I will ask for advice of counsel here, because we do have a difference of opinion between board members.
It's permissible to read it. You don't have to put it on the agenda and be published in the minutes, you know.
All right, but in terms of protecting us and not making an issue bigger. Okay, so it's okay, it would be all right with him.
I don't know.
But
That's public discussion.
So this would not be a public discussion of what was discussed, but rather just reading the resolution.
No, that I understand.
So-
It is my opinion,
You think
I
it's
think-
not necessary to read it out loud?
at this time, yes.
Okay. And,
I disagree. We've been here since
and
6:15.
upon advice of counsel, it's permissible to read it out loud.
Of course it is.
So,
We're taking an action, and that's the action we're taking. I understand, it's printed, it's on the agenda, and we, you know, and
Okay,
so,
all right, so that being said, I will read it. It's entitled Forensic Audit Resolution, and the recommended action, the resolution reads as follows. Whereas each member of the Board of Education is obligated to maintain fiscal oversight, accountability, and exercise fiduciary responsibilities to the district, and whereas the Board of Education determines that in carrying out these obligations, it would be prudent to identify past accounting and financial actions of the district and to determine whether any inappropriate financial actions have been taken or any financial actions have taken place. And whereas the board believes that a forensic audit will assist in providing data to develop long-term and short-term financial plans which accurately take into account income sources and projected expenses and will provide accurate and reliable financial information, recommendations on the system of internal controls in the district, and provide guidance on corrective actions in connection with the stability of the district. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the board president in consultation with general counsel to appoint one or more forensic auditors for the time period beginning July 1,
2024. It should be
2024, as described above, and authorizes the board president to sign a contract with said accounting firms outlining the terms and conditions of their engagement, subject to review by council, up to a total cost of $10,000. So can you make the
I
correction
just
there
did.
and refresh that?
let me just refresh.
The correction is already made. I
Already
refreshed my
made?
page, yes.
Okay. So, is there a motion?
I'll make
There's
that
already-
motion.
There already was a motion and a
Okay.
second.
There's already a
Gotta vote.
Motion second. I don't,
Oh, I did, Chris and Chris, yeah.
Yep,
Chris and
now
Chris
it's
both
Ask
did
for a
that.
vote.
I've read it, and now we can take the vote. All in favor of the resolution? It's unanimously approved. The motion passes. So, we're concluding the public portion of our business meeting to go back into executive session. We do not anticipate having anything to report after conclusion of the executive session. So we're just going to take recess right now. And the only
You
thing.
gotta take a motion to go back into
Yeah,
executive
we
session.
are. And the only thing after our executive session will be to come back and have a motion to conclude the meeting. So is there a motion to go back into executive session? Trustee Falasetta, second by Vice President DeLillo. All in favor? It's approved. We're going back into executive session.